Well, hello. Kelm, hello. Emma, hello. Let's see who's joining us for this training. Hey, Kelm, welcome. James, welcome. Dee, awesome. So great to have you guys here. So good. So, really, I don't know, Kelm, have you ever seen any of these programs before?
Sorry, you asking me?
Yeah.
Um, one of these specific ones? No. I had the privilege of attending a boot camp, I believe, last year in a lesson. So,
Oh, now I recognize you. Yes,
yes.
yes. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so what's going on? This is so great. Okay, so we're diving in, and so let's get started. Welcome to Calm. Welcome, Dee. Those of you who are going to see this later, welcome, because this training is like an ongoing training. And the reason why is this. To stand out in the world really does require a few things that we're already diving into. If you are an artist yourself, you know that in what you do needs to stand out. Whether it's writing a song, whether it's recording that song into a certain way, whatever you're doing, performing, standing on stages, you need to know how to stand out. I saw Emma like shake her head. She knows. It's like, in order to stand out, we got to do something extraordinary. But today I wanted to talk about the gap that actually is even bigger than that, because there's no question we can build our skills, we can get the coaching, we can surround ourselves with amazing collaborators, we can do amazing things, okay? But if you don't have the ability to share it, if you can't express it effectively, nobody is paying attention. So if we look at some artists that you guys are all following, right? Taylor Swift, 31 songs just got dropped. What? That's insane. That is extraordinary. Her ability to do at an extraordinary level is really off the hook, right? We all agree. Off the hook. Does she need to do that right now? No, she's on a world tour. She doesn't need to be putting out music. In fact, many of the time, even movies, actors, it's like on season, off season, athletes, on season, off season, right? We're training, we're preparing, and then we're executing, and then we're more in the public when we're executing. We are sharing, we are expressing what we're doing. So that could be, a live tour. And maybe you are working on the album while that tour is going on. Lots of people have done that, right? We know that. But usually you would wait until the off season to release a new project. You wouldn't do it while you're on tour. So what is she doing by doing that? Is saying, I am extraordinary. I will outwork you. I am not to be messed with. This is not a fluke. She's definitely saying that to all her doubters. Would you not agree? And all her supporters. She's like, no. I am the real deal. This is not a fluke that I am as successful as I am right now. People genuinely love me, and I'm going to keep giving them what they want, which is more music. So, what is the gap for you? And so, the gap right now, if everyone has a piece of paper, it would be really important to write down a couple things because we're going to go through some exercises. It takes a lot to fill that gap. And so here are the identity things that we need to do. Who are you? Just write down like 3 or 4 adjectives that you know you are. D, who are you?
I was just thinking about that because I have to write a bio for this performance I'm doing, and I'm actually struggling with the question. It's so interesting. Who am I?
Well, go back
For
before you answer. Go back to ADI. How would you describe, those like I just did with Taylor Swift? She's very clear that she wants people to know I am prolific. I
mm,
am hardworking. I am dedicated, devoted to my fan base. I am like, so where's the I am for you? I am what?
that was helpful. I am passionate. That's what
Yeah.
I would say. I am highly persistent.
Mhm.
Um, I
Wait,
am.
stop for a second. I love the highly persistent. Are you guys getting that? It's like, I'm not just persistent. I love the D added highly. I'm highly. Okay, go next.
I'd say I was gonna say quietly sensual. I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's yeah,
So it's
not
not
like in your
overtly. It's
face,
not
but it's like
overtly.
very, yeah, not overtly, but like,
Mhm.
quietly. Um, I am joyous. I'm good. I'm joyous. Yeah, I would say that. More and more, I'm kind of experiencing that about myself in a more goofy kind of way, almost.
Okay, so
Yeah.
stop there. Stop there. So could D continue on and on and on? Yes. And so could you. Okay, so all of you could too. I just want you to write one, two, three, four things. Okay, everyone write three or four things. And I loved how Dee added a few words. I think that it's really good to add a word unapologetically. I am
Mm,
unapologetically boom. Okay, because then we're not doing it for anyone else but yourself. Does that make sense, Dee? Like it's really great. So you
yeah.
said highly also. Quietly is interesting to me because maybe you want to um, that's something for you. So I'll explain
Mm,
this in a second. If I know who I am, thanks, Dee. I'll come back to you in a second. And everyone, I just want you to write. Does everyone have their three or four adjectives here? Yeah. Okay. So when I have my three or four adjectives, this is an always. Now, for some of us, always doesn't exist. It doesn't exist right now. I am these things when I am these things if I'm around these kinds of people. I am these ways, right? If I'm doing this or this or this. Does this make sense? And where we have to really take ourselves, if I'm here and I want to go here, okay, there's an element here, this gap here, where the I am has to become always. Because we know in order to really attract, let's say the goal is to attract an audience. Is it any audience that you want to stand out to? Is it everybody that you want to stand out to? I don't think so, because the everybody opens yourself up to what? Judgment, criticism. The everybody, when we start to cast a huge wide net, this always better exist. Okay, just hear me out what I'm saying. If I know who I am, Taylor Swift again is such an amazing example. I actually don't care what other people think. And she takes it even one extra step. She puts it out there in the world. You think that I'm like that? Well, F you, I'm going to write a song about it. Media, you would think that I break up with everybody and write a song about it? Yes, I do. And I'm going to tell you that that's exactly what I'm doing. So it's not just the fact that she's able to write those songs. She tells people. She shares it. I'll go back even a little further. When she wanted to switch from pop or country to pop, and you guys all probably followed her career even back then, she started to do some very extraordinary things. She started to pay people's tuitions. She started to show up to people's weddings. Okay? Drake just did that in Toronto. Stood on the stage. I'm sure he did it in every city. People held up big signs and said, "Pay my rent." And he said, "Okay, I will. And I will again. And I'm going to do this for you. And I'm going to do this for this woman who helped him out when he was a kid." Come on. This is not just doing the extraordinary thing, it's sharing the extraordinary thing. And I can't share to the many. Okay, so let's say this is the audience. I want to, get that big audience until I am always. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not always either. There's a lot of qualities that I possess that I have to work on every day to be. How about you? It's a muscle, right? Are we going to get fit working out once? No. We got to work out a little bit every day. In fact, studies have proven that it's more effective, right, to work out 10, 15, 20 minutes every day than 1 hour or 2 hours twice a week. I would say Jacob, who's now teaching piano lessons, anyone who wants piano lessons or guitar lessons, he's so amazing. So make sure you check out Jacob Flynn. See, Jacob, I'm putting it out on YouTube right now. Okay. So if you wanted to get to his level of a piano player or guitar player or sax player, do you think you're going to do that just doing it twice a week? No. That way it would be what? For me, 1-to-1. So my audience at first is just me. I do it for me. I'm going to sit at the piano every day and I'm going to start to practice a little bit every day. Am I amazing? Am I a piano player yet? Can I declare I am yet? No, because the I am exists in always. Does this make sense so far? Okay, so really at first, I'm just playing the piano for myself. And I'm going to sit at the piano and I'm going to practice my 10 minutes, 20 minutes every day because I really enjoy it, because it lights me up. So I have to be in tune on some level to my emotional state. Does this thing that I am doing, that I am pursuing, light me up? Here's the problem. Most of you are dreaming of this, whatever it is. Maybe most people who are on here want millions of streams or stand on stages for millions of people. And the gap is that you're behaving like you're here already and you're disappointed. This brings a lot of pain, this gap, doesn't it? Because it does for me too. There's pain in knowing what you want and that it's taking a long time to get there, because your identity is attached to this outcome instead of the identity developing the always right now. And that's how I'm going to do this right now, is by doing it every day. Something every day, small little steps. We don't just stand out because we did one thing extraordinary. We do it because we're constantly standing out. We're constantly working towards something, and we are constantly sharing it. It is our ability to share. It's your ability to effectively say, this is who I am. This is what I love to do. I've already established that I love to do it just for me. And now I'm ready at some point, once I'm in tune with my emotions, I'm in tune with my love for this journey. It might not be perfect. I might not be the best piano player in the world, and I might not be the most fit person this moment. I'm not waiting for perfect. I am able to express the journey. I want to start to share here and here and here, right? I want to keep sharing, because in my ability to share, what ends up happening is you start to attract. By sharing, I'm sharing something about me right now. I'm sharing with all of you. I'm just sharing. And who shows up? Cal, you showed up again, right, for something. Because something about me is standing out to you. What is it? It's very simple. It's agreement. You agree. And so all of a sudden, this one becomes a little bit bigger. The one, instead of it just being me, starts to become you. Starts to become people that are in agreement. They're like, oh, when she talks, something in my head lights up too. Oh my God, I agree. I agree with that. Or that feels like something that I can relate to. Something that I have in common to. So when you are sharing, okay, first we're just going to share for ourselves. But the second has to be some way of connecting the I am. I am these things. Are you those things too? Do you relate? Is this in common? And the ability to express that from a person who wants to stand out in the world, wants to attract the ideal audience. I don't want haters. I don't want people who are going to judge me and criticize me. I don't want people who are going to give their opinion about what I'm doing just yet. I don't want that because I have to build the always. I can't build that consistent sense of confidence, that consistent sense of this is who I am without practice. And so as I'm sharing in this early places, right, early stages, I'm not waiting for perfect, and I'm just going to start to share. This is who I am. Write it down. Who are you? This is number one question. This is who I am. Number two, this is what I do. This is what I really love to do. I love to write songs. I love to play the piano. I love to sing. I love to dance. I love to think. I love to play with my kids. I love to cook. I don't care what it is, but we start to share the I love instead of the I want. Stop saying what you want because that's a question. That's like an endless pit of so does everyone else. I want more money. I want more success. I want, a bigger audience. Well, sure, so does a million other people. I want to inspire the world. That's in the future. The I want is in the future. But when you start to share, it has to be in the now. What are you doing right now? Who are you right now? Well, I am a person on a mission. That's a cool thing to express. I'm a person who's deeply passionate about music. That's cool because that is in the now. That's not an I want. That's not an I want because to say I want means that I am open now to criticism, judgment, feedback. So we have to be careful with who you stand out to until this side of the audience goes what? One to few. And for those of you who are performing on a fairly regular basis, you're probably between these two things right now. You're probably, I perform for people exactly like me, who already know me, who love my music or love what I'm saying like me. I attract myself. I might not know you yet, all of you personally, right? But I usually attract myself. People who are on the same mission that I'm on, who relate, who agree. Does that make sense? Who I'm able to inspire. Let's go one step. I'm able to inspire. And I get inspired by. Yes, that's the truth. My audience inspires me just as much as I inspire them. Okay, but then eventually we start to bridge out and now we're standing on slightly larger stages. Maybe now you're performing for 100 people, 200 people, even up to 500, 1,000, 2,000. All of a sudden, these people that were starting to surround you, right? You're open to a few more people. They're going to start bringing friends. They're going to start talking about you and recommending you. And, hey, you got to check out this music. You got to check out this person's show. Let's go out for dinner. And maybe there's some people there that don't know you. Does this make sense? And it's in our ability to continue to connect to agreement. I have to, look what I'm writing. I have to have an ability to acknowledge these people. Hey, it's really cool. I see a bunch of people that I don't know. I have to acknowledge them for being there. Because, wow, that's a way to stand out, isn't it? It's like, oh my God, they just identified me. Like that person on the stage. Hey, I see a bunch of faces I've never seen before. Really cool to meet you. What did I do when I first logged on here? Is I started to say, hey, right? Welcome. I'm acknowledging. I might compliment. Hey, you took some time out to come out tonight. This is really cool. You guys are what energy is in this room? Holy shitballs. You guys are awesome. Whoa, you guys look good. Okay. What about complimenting for those of you who are performing? I'll jump to performance. if you're an opening act to someone, the next thing I would say is, whoa, like Taylor Swift, you have the best fans in the world. It's so cool that I get to open and be able to perform for you guys tonight. Okay, so this is a compliment. I'm going to connect at some level on something. So a lot of people, you'll hear them say the name of the city that they're in. That's a way of connecting, of standing out is a connection. I am connecting with you as a person. Justin Bieber, I saw last year and his Justice Tour. And every show, he has a segment, he has a moment where he comes out and he talks about injustice. And that is a way of connecting the whole audience into a sense of agreement of what that means. Injustice and the need for justice. This is recommend. Now this is getting a little bit into the next thing, which would be the one to many. Once I'm into one to many, okay, so I want to now stand out to the many, I'm going to have to connect deeper. I'm going to have to trigger more emotion. I'm going to have to trigger something that is a problem that we all share. If you really want to stand out to your audience, you want to figure out, what is that? What is the problem that you're going to solve for people? Because this is no different than running any other business. If I want to stand out in business and I have a product, I have to figure out what is the problem that this product that I'm inventing or this product that I'm selling is going to solve. So I am not selling the hammer, okay? I'm not selling the hammer. I'm selling what that hammer can do by putting the nail in the wall. Does that make sense? I'll give you another analogy. If I'm selling, let's say, turf, my son just put up this golf thing. He is obsessed with golf. Okay, so, and we have fake turf outside. So it just made me think of turf. So if I have to sell turf, I have to sell the problem that it is solving. Not just that it looks good, not just that it's, look at how it's made. Look at how beautifully gorgeous it is. No, I have to say, you don't have to ever mow your lawn again. Oh, and you have a dog, it has full weeping tile, like all this limestone underneath so they can pee and it's not going to damage the grass. And now people's wheels are turning in terms of agreement because I am connecting on a problem. Taylor Swift, I just told you a lot about Taylor Swift. And my observation as a coach, and I'm sure you have observed the same thing, I told you that she does something extraordinary and she is willing to share it. But here's the bigger thing. She shares her problems, I told you. She shares the problem of media. She shares the problem that boyfriends break up with her and she writes all these songs. She shares the problem that Kanye West completely took her microphone away and what a horrible person he is. She shares the problem that she's experiencing, and she shares it in a way to her many now audience as if they are here. No kidding. Okay, so she's got how many, bajillion, but somehow she shares this as if she's talking to her best friend, and she enrolls that one person into the problem, into the war. Not the solution, into the war. She's like, be here with me. Now, she never asks that question. She never asks anything. And this is another problem for all of us to solve as well. When we want, this is want, okay? Whatever it is want. And we already said that that's the future. And I want to stand out to a bigger audience, we said, right? We said all these things. This is the want, this is the future. I want a bigger audience. Do I say that publicly? No. Start to really connect to a problem that you're having, a problem that people can help you solve, a problem that they also share possibly. Let's say it's a song. Some of you, like most of you are songwriters, right? Everyone here is a songwriter. The ability to say, I wrote this song and I know you've felt that way too. That's agreement. It's not just I wrote the song about myself. I wrote the song about myself at a time when I was 10. That's all about you. And it is your ability to connect and resonate the story of the song to others. Until you are one to many, until you're famous, I don't think that the audience cares why you wrote the song at all. They care why it should matter to them. And you have to tell them. You have to have an ability to tell them that. This connects to you. Why? I want you to listen to the lyrics because I know that you felt this way at some point in your life too. I want you to listen to the lyrics because last night when I sang it, everyone was singing it also. You know what that's called? Power of suggestion. Validation. And I did it in the most easy way, didn't I? Oh my God, tonight I cannot wait to do the song because every night on this tour, the crowd goes crazy. Now I'm in the audience and I'm like, oh my God, if every other crowd has gone crazy for this song, what is that? Agreement. I have created agreement through my language, through my communication, through the how I am saying what I actually want. What I want is that they're going to sing with me. But I can't just say sing with me. Do you see what I'm trying to say? I can't just ask the question. Boring. So does everyone else ask that question. Hey, I want everyone to sing this part. Boring. Guys, stand out. How are you going to stand out? Is through your ability to express who you are, what you do, why you do it, and who you do it for. But today I'm adding connect. Validate. Give me a compelling reason why I should care. Just because you're good at what you do is not enough. I struggle with this myself. I can't even tell you. This is not like I got the answer, okay? I struggle with it too. I sit around, I'm like, I'm amazing. I know I can change people's lives. I got the most, I don't know where, oh, my phone's on live. I got the most amazing text on Thursday from John Muirhead, who's part of our mentorship program, has been an artist. He took a performance boot camp in 2018, and then that led to, coaching, some private coaching, but that led to him taking ADI, which was an in-person program in 2018, and then I didn't really work with him again. There was a bit of a gap there. And then all of a sudden, we're working again, and he's in this mentorship program. We have these most amazing conversations to get him ready for the bigger conversations, like with agents, managers, things like that. So it's really high performance coaching, okay? And if we think about an athlete, every athlete has one. Every athlete has a mindset coach, someone who not only is coaching their physicality, right? We have that kind of coach who's going to train them, put them through their exercises, but they also have coaches for their mind, coaches for where they want to go, right? The same as you. That's why you're here. Like, we need a coach for that. I got the most amazing text and it said, Lorraine, your conversation changed the entire, he had this conversation with the manager. He said, I can't even tell you the difference of how I felt. But not only that, he was able to enroll the manager at a higher level because of our conversation. They are now dreaming a bigger dream. Do you understand? They're dreaming a bigger dream than what they initially set out to do. Don't you want to do that too? So I read that and I started to cry because my mind went, I wish more people could experience this. I wish more people could experience this level of fulfillment in the now. Like right now. I want you to feel fulfilled right now. But it's so hard because we're dreaming out here and there's this gap. And we all fall into it. So my dream got a little bit bigger on Thursday. It was like, I want more people to experience this. And then I cried because I fell into the gap. of how am I going to do that? And then I had to train myself and go back to share, connect, resonate, create agreement, Lorraine. Just keep doing it because I love it, because I want to right now, not the want of the dream in the future, but because right now it provides fulfillment for me. Right now it brings me joy. Right now I feel a sense of accomplishment. Do you? Is there an area in your life right now that you can kind of see the gap? Let me do one quick other thing with you. And you can do it together a little bit, which would be so cool. Oh, where did my thing go? Oops. Hang on. Of course, this is what always happens. Okay, boom. So let's do this. If we want to fill this gap today and we want to figure out how to stand out, I would love everyone that's on Zoom with me and anyone who's watching this later, do it at home too. The first thing that we have to do to stand out anywhere is to introduce ourselves, isn't it? In a memorable way. I've got to figure out a way to say those 4 things. This is who I am. This is what I do. This is why I do it. And this is who I do it for. But I can't just do it all about me. I just told you the real secret to standing out is to somehow connect to the person I'm speaking to. There's an art to doing that. So we're all going to do it right now. Okay? I told you, I'm going to acknowledge. Or compliment. Then I'm going to say, so I am, what I'm doing, what I do. If I can, I'm going to add why I do it. I'm giving you the formula. Oops, do it. Oh, God. And who's your audience? Who do you do it for? So this is sort of a perfect, maybe I'll add this. Because I can also connect right here, and I can also connect right here. Because I'll tell you something, if you can figure out how to connect to people in what you do, you won't even have to ask for the collaboration. They'll want to collaborate with you. If you can connect with them to why you do it, you're now tapping into an emotion that they might share also. I want to change the world. I know my music can do it. I have the confidence to do it. And all of a sudden, like, they see the vision. I'm really wanting to, like in James Fabron's case, maybe James, we can start with you for this. It's like James is going to share like this club that he's created. And so the why he's created the club could be the connection. That's the why the person that you're speaking to is going to remember you. That's the reason why you're going to stand out. It's not really in what you do. It's kind of why you do it. Especially at the beginning of your career, you should know that people love to know why you want to do what you are doing. They don't really care who you are. I already shared that with you. And they don't really care like why you wrote the song for yourself, okay? They care why they should care. Why should I care about you? Why do you want to stand out to me? You have to find a way to do it. So let's go through and use this and see if our communication skills are at the level that we want them to be. Okay, James, you want to go first?
Sure, I can go first.
Okay.
First of all, thank you for doing this, Lorraine. I am always like blown away by the amount of like insight and inspiration from like all of the programming. So thanks for taking time out of your Saturday to make room for all of us. My name's James Favron. Hey to everybody who I don't know yet. I'm a singer and rapper, and also single father of 3 kids, which is a crazy juggling act. And as Lorraine said, I also have created this thing called the Better Days Club, which is sort of a community of like just creative people who have a dream or some kind of inspiration for something they want to do. And it kind of just came out of like me realizing that like everything is more fun with friends. I can get a lot done by myself, but I have a lot more fun doing it with friends. And so I wrote this song called Better Days, and it kind of blew up for me and changed my trajectory. It was my like step into hip hop. And that's me. And then yeah, so and then the Better Days Club kind of just became the community of my friends and fans who collaborate and support each other and inspire each other. And that's kind of what I do with the music is I write songs that inspire people, that are positive, that are kind of funny sometimes, and also serious when they need to be. But I'm really just sharing my experience as a person going through this crazy ride of life and creating a community of people that feel safe to do that together.
Okay, so when you watch this back, James, the last sentence was everything. The last sentence was everything. He started out amazing, and then we all do this. We kind of wander in the middle, and then that thing that you just said at the end would be like the hook, right? So I got to hook people right here. This is the same as writing a song. To want more. Oops, to want more. And you just did it. It's like, that sounds like a cool thing. I want more of that. I want to hear more. If we say too much, let's face it, right? Especially people who we don't know. If I say too much, there's no opportunity for them to want more. I'll give you a tip around this too. An artist that I work with really closely, Steve, oh my God, Chris Gray, just finished his first US tour, 16 dates, pretty amazing. Never has performed like that ever. And he has a song called Let the World Burn. Hashtag Let the World Burn. 500,000 streams in one day based on that hashtag. It's just a coincidence. It's literally a fickling coincidence. And why I'm saying that to all of you, but mostly to James, is that this Better Days Club of his could just be like someone looking up, Googling Better Days. Better Days. So it's like an immediate connection, an immediate agreement. Does this make sense? And the right person just Googling that in for James could blow up. Could blow it up, James. It could blow it up. Your ability to enroll people in this Better Days Club is huge. It's huge because then it's more than what you do, meaning the songs or being a rapper. There's a bigger mission at work. I love that. So great. Callum, do you want to share who you are?
Sure. Yeah, once again, thanks for putting this on. This has been very insightful so far. It's kind of nice to be among people that are all looking to sort of get to the same place. So it's pretty cool. But my name is Caleb Kennelly. I'm originally from kind of the Belleville area, but I grew up in a small town in a very musical family, and really just I grew up as a singer, and singing is what I do. It's kind of I sing when I work, I sing when I drive, I sing all the time, and I want to be further my career so that I can, just improve lives and have like help people enjoy things. That's why I sing. It's why I love hearing people sing. Is it's just I want to enjoy life.
So I gotta acknowledge something here too. You both did it. James and Calum just did something, which is there's a connection to what you do through story. The story of I sing in my car, I sing at work, I sing in the shit. Like, who doesn't connect to that? If you're a real singer, if you're someone who loves music, you're gonna connect to Calum's story. I'm from a small town, but that doesn't stop me from singing everywhere, every day, all day, right? And then you also connected to something that I love to say, which is past. That's that past, present. So you said, I grew up in a small town, right? Present, I sing all the time. Oh, you also acknowledged. Oh my God, I have to. So both of you did this. It was so good. You acknowledged where you are. Where? Who? Okay, so James, you complimented me. So smart, right? So I'm complimenting and acknowledging where I am and who I am speaking to. That's first. I stand on a stage and I'm not asking a question. I come out onto stage and I'm like, holy crap, look at all of you. This is pretty cool. We're at Scotiabank Arena, everybody. Woo! Let's go. Okay? I am acknowledging who is in the room. I'm acknowledging where I am. With all of you, Calm just said. So cool to be with all of you. He wasn't just complimenting me, he just complimented all of you too. That we have what? Agreement. That we're all on the same mission. That we all want to fill the gap. That we all are passionate about something. Whatever that passion is actually is irrelevant. Just the fact that we're passionate. Just the fact that we want to do it at a higher level. Hello? That's pretty effing cool, Calm. Good on you. And then you went into story. And then you told us something about your past. You told us something that you do all the time, every day. And what is the last part is future. And when I know, I'm not going to do it right away. I want to kind of get a sense of the room. And I want to see if I have people's listening. And that's why we want to show and share who we are first. And we want to establish the connection first. Because once I have the connection, I have people's listening, I can start asking questions. And I can start sharing my future. I don't want to share my future just yet. That's a little bit risky. Okay? Because sharing your want, I told you, opens you up for criticism, judgment, feedback, opinions. I could go on and on. You've all been there. You've written a song and you've put it out and you go, let me know what you think. Really? You want to know what people think about your song? That's not what you want at all. Is it? No, you want them to like it, don't you? So we have to figure out a better way of getting them enrolled in that want. And it's not going to say, I hope you like it. Okay? Because it's not a hope at all. You know you love it or you wouldn't be sharing it. So what are we going to do? We're going to use the tool that we did earlier, which is power of suggestion. This is my most favorite song, and everyone that I have shared it with thinks it's their favorite song too, so I want to share it with you. What did I just do? Past, present, future. I want is in the future. Just don't want feedback. You don't want opinion. You don't want them to criticize anything. So you have to control the conversation. That's why communication skills are everything. You think it's in the quality of the music or the quality of your singing or the quality of your performance. And of course, there are elements to that that are so important. Of course, we have to be great. Physically, mentally, emotionally, we have to be able to do amazing things. If I can't communicate effectively, and literally we've said this in the last standout, you have to become a leader. You have to be the shepherd. You have to take people and go, I want you to go here with me. I want us all to go here. Come on, let's go. Okay? And if I can't do that, and I'm hoping and I'm praying that it's going to happen, you're going to be hoping and praying a very, very long time. And it's not going to be because you weren't good enough. It's not. And it's not because you didn't want it enough. This is why these kinds of messages really bother me, I have to say, as a coach. It has nothing to do with wanting it badly enough. I know lots of people who want it so badly. They just haven't figured out how to express it in a captivating, compelling, connected way that people want to work with them or want to collaborate with them. That's the only reason. Okay, it's not because they didn't want it enough. And it's not because they weren't talented enough. I really want you all to hear that message because I think that gets lost. Okay. Ganesh, didn't I say it right?
Yes, you did. Hi, Lorraine. Hi everyone.
Hi.
Sorry, my surroundings are a bit noisy. I'm at the family's place right now, so
Not
yeah.
noisy at all. Introduce yourself, please.
Oh boy. Give this a try.
Using our formula.
All right. Hey everyone, my name is Ganesh. I'm from India. I was born and raised there, and I moved here as an immigrant just about a year and a half ago. Super proud to be here as well. It's like so diverse, and it's just the kind of audience that I felt like I was missing all my life. Um, yeah. How I approach music, and I'm single, so I kind of take opportunity to sing. I work in tech. So every time there's like a meeting going on, I'm waiting for someone, I always find myself singing or catch myself singing. And, we talk about music all the time. So yeah, I like to kind of uh, just use music as a way to inform people that their lives can be richer than what they typically experience. I think that's how I would like to use my music as. So whether it be any genre of music. So I just want to kind of, enable that journey into their own minds. Um, and just guide them there and leave them there and let them complete their whole experience for themselves.
So,
Uh,
okay, I'm going to stop you there for a second. I want everyone to be careful in your early part of your introductions not to share what you want. This
right,
is a very good formula for storytelling, and we do it in ADI. I do it when I'm helping artists, Ganesh, when I'm helping artists plan their shows. Like, let's say they're performing 8 songs, and when are they going to talk, and how are they going to? We do want to enroll people in the want. But here, it's just what I said to James also. I have to earn that.
yeah,
Okay. So we don't want to really say, this is what I'm all about,
right,
or what I want in the future. I got to connect first. And you were amazing. You connected us. Did you guys not feel his connection? It's like, I work over here in tech, but whenever I have a second, I'm singing. I'm singing. And yes, I saw everyone's face light up. You also complimented and acknowledged. I've been looking for this audience forever. Like, this is amazing. Like, here's a community of people that get me. Okay? Do we care where you're from? What you like, your background? This is why what I do is so important, honestly. I swear, James, what we're doing is so important because identity is more than where you're from. It is more than identifying as male, female, your sexuality. It's so much more than that, everybody. Your religion, please, let's get past it. What we're talking about is our passions, our interests, our who we are, is our thoughts and our feelings, isn't it?
yeah,
Come on, and we can connect. This is why I love music. I always say music is the equalizer in the room, meaning I can connect with anyone, anywhere, because we both share music, right? We love music. I can put it on anywhere I am. I can create with anybody. It doesn't matter what I did yesterday. It doesn't matter that I've written hit songs. I might not be able to write a hit song with you. It's also based on the now. It's so based on the now. Music is happening now. So, as much as we want the career part, building the audience part, those are business skills. That's why it's
right,
called a music business, everybody. And where we get stopped as the creator, the person who's passionate, who wants to sing, right, is we get caught up in the want. But the reality is, you just want to do it now, right? And you are. You just want to do it at a higher level. And then tomorrow, a higher level. And then the next day, a higher level. And then that leads us to then starting to ask bigger questions, develop bigger skills. Those skills are business skills, communication skills, again, everyone. That these are the skills that are beyond just singing or beyond writing songs or beyond recording the songs, even beyond
right.
performance skills. I love my performance boot camps, by the way. Calum's taken them. You should definitely consider taking. Super fun. But it's really the art of communication. Yeah? Okay, we got to learn communication skills. Jacob, have you ever taken the Speak Like a Star program, Jacob?
Uh,
Have
I
you taken
think
it? year?
I think we did in December.
Did I do it in December? Okay.
I think
So
so.
we're going to do it again. So everybody should know that the Speak Like a Star program is happening on the 4th and the 11th of May. It's going to happen on Zoom, and if I get enough people, I want to do it in person. Okay, so it will have a hybrid program. It will be just like the boot camps, hopefully. But if we just are online, we're just going to do it online. And it is around this communication skills. It's building the gap. Okay, so Jacob, give us our intro, and maybe tie it into that Speak Like a Star program somehow.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Lorraine. Thank you so much for hosting this today and taking time out of your Saturday, like James and Callum said. And thank you to everybody who jumped on the call. It's so awesome to be surrounded by like-minded people who are so passionate about what they do. So I am Jacob Flynn. I'm 24. I work as a server, but I am somebody who is deeply passionate about music. I'm a singer and multi-instrumentalist. And as Lorraine said earlier, I'm now also teaching piano and guitar lessons. And really the reason why I want to pursue this, like I said, is just because I'm so passionate about it and I want to share that passion with like-minded people. And I want to help other people that are like me with regular 9-to-5 jobs that have a deeper vision and larger dreams to help see that they can do it too.
Well, it's interesting how the two of you are the same, right? Ganesh, it's like
Yeah.
you guys have the same thing. It's like I have a normal job, but this is my passion. So the want, in our communications program, we're going to kind of take people through various kinds of introductions or various kinds of intros. I really would love everyone to get to a place where we can start to say not just about ourselves. So in ADI, what you just did, Jacob, was perfect. That was a perfect, right through our formula. But we also want to learn the skills of enrolling people. So we want to know if that's what you want. I have to say something that is going to connect people to this shared dream that both of you have, by the way, right? So you both just happen to have it. And Calum, I'm assuming do you have a normal job too?
Yeah, I work in a cabinet shop.
Okay. And I know Dee, you have a normal job also, right? Yeah. So we all relate to that. It's like, here's my normal job, and then, here's my want. I have to figure out a way to enroll people in the actual want. So in Jacob's case, we got to get a bit more specific, and this is for everyone. What is the want? Because if I stay, and again, at first, the general works. If I just go up here, I'll just show you what I mean. If I kind of stay out here and I want to inspire the world, well, so does everybody. Well, not everybody. Some people don't care at all, but most people. And I'm saying something pretty general. Yeah. How do I get people to actually do or take action to what I actually want? I have to get more specific. I shared it with you earlier with the problem that you are able to solve. And Jacob did it. That's why I'm acknowledging it. He said, I want to help people who are just like me, who have a full-time job and a passion. I want to help them start to take piano lessons or start to take guitar lessons with me. And just know that I'm just like them. And I can help them fill that gap. I'm solving a problem. And I'm going to do it in a super affordable way. And so here's my offer, 4 lessons at blah, blah, blah. Right. So Jacob's going to do that. Maybe we'll put it in an email, Jacob, for you after, like a thank you email for joining us today. So I got to get really specific with what is the want. Because if I stay out here, I got to bring people in. And it's so great if you can bring people into something specific. So again, I hope you like it. Or I wanted to share this song and I would love your feedback. No, you don't. That's too general. That's not what you want. What do you want? I just want to share it with you. Okay, that's fine. That's pretty general, but that's a good start. Because if I said that and I stayed out here, I really want to share this with you. Whatever it is, like even this, let's say I'm sharing this program that we're going to offer again. And by the way, all the people in the mentorship program get it as part of the program. So Jacob is in the mentorship program, so he's just going to get it for free. But if I share that, okay, out here, it might start a little connection, isn't it? Oh, they're going to actually listen to it. They might get back to me. Now I'm looking for the return on that investment. I have now sent it by email, or I've put it on a social media post or something. And then I start to notice that people comment. All of a sudden I notice that people, yes, no problem, Ganesh. And I hope that you'll take advantage of that link. Go to the link that James just sent, because, and I'll send an email as well with the link. But if you join right now, it's only $97. It's really inexpensive, and it's going to give you the tools to communicate at a higher level. And we're going to go through this in more detail in that program. So this idea would be, I got to start testing, teasing. I don't want to go in for the kill right away. This would be like going out on a few dates, okay? Let's go out on some dates. Maybe get coffee first. I don't want to commit to like a full dinner. That's like a lot of a commitment. But I can meet for coffee, and I can meet for a walk, okay? We got to start to do that with our audience too. How can I tease? How can I drop and share? Look at all the people who share their music and don't ask anything. They're just dropping the hook. They're just dropping some lines. Ari Hicks just dropped Good Boy. And I've been working with her for years. She's amazing at this. She just drops even the same 2 lines of the second verse. It's not even the first verse. But clearly, those were the, like, cut me a slice, send me a piece, wow, and that's it. That's all she shared. And she shared that for like 3 weeks. And it was a tease. And she'll know that that is appealing to the right audience, because they start to comment. I want to hear more. I want to hear more. She's not saying go download my song, go pre-save my song. She's just sharing, 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 teasing, sharing, teasing. There's an art to this, and you can do it too in whatever it is that you're doing. And we want to get people really interested, leaning into us instead of saying, here I am. I mean, that's the beginning. Here I am. This is what I do. That's the beginning. This is why I do it. That's the beginning, isn't it? It's a good beginning. But then we got to get deeper. We got to get in a way of enrolling, enticing, attracting, that people want to hear more. Tell me more about that. Dee, real quick, give us your intro.
First of all, I want to say today, Lorraine, whatever you've talked about has really connected with me. Thank you. As I'm thinking about how to put my bio together for my performance, it's all making sense. Thank you. And thank you for everybody also sharing whatever you had to share. It was so wonderful to hear it. I would say, I grew up all over the world. I'm originally from India, and I have a South Asian background, and I'm a multilingual vocalist and songwriter. And throughout the years, I've always felt like a pull or a clash between my North American sort of lifestyle versus my roots back in South Asia, South Asia. And more and more I'm growing closer to my roots, and my music is also reflecting that. And so is my look and how I kind of present myself. And so, yeah, that's where I am. And to top it all off, I'm an engineer by day, and I always like to tell people that was not my first choice, but I have made it something that I have come to love, because it also helps fund my passion, which is what I am here for.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's
And
me.
yeah. So again, it's always the beginning is to know how to introduce ourselves to the world. That's the beginning. But that's going to stay. Then we got to start to go in. Where is the connection to others? Which is what we're going to do in the Speak Like a Star program, Dee. It's going to help so much. Even our bios are a way of hooking people. We got to figure out the hook that they want more. If we want to stand out, we don't want to just stand out once, do we? No, we want to stand out again and again and again. And we want more people, that one to one, one to few. We want more people to go, oh, Dee's story is so interesting. I relate to that story and I want to know more and I want to watch her journey. Whoa, that's where the story is so compelling. It's like, oh, this is cool. I also have lost my way at different times. I relate to that. And so, oh my gosh, now she's reignited to her passion. She's reignited to her want. She's reignited her call to action for her life. I want to follow that along because a lot of people live vicariously right now, as we all know, through our ability to share, right? We're all following people on social media. And if we find their ability to share themselves, their life, their struggles, their journey, I told you, if they can share that like Taylor Swift, we're now enrolled in watching. We're not enrolled in solving the problem just yet. So hear me when I say that. Get your audience enrolled in your journey, in the past, present, and future. Get them enrolled in your why you want to do it, the problem that you're trying to solve for yourself and for the world. Get them to relate to it. And then and only then am I going to ask them to help solve the problem. You're not selling the hammer. You're just not. You, right? The hammer is you. The hammer is your song, maybe. Tickets to a show. That's not what you're selling. You have to figure out that you are selling something they need, something that they want to be a part of. They need to put the nail in the wall, and you're the person who's going to help them do it. Does this make sense? And you're a safe person to do it with. You're a person who I can guarantee that you're consistent, that you're going to stay here. Then I'm going to keep coming back to your social media to get more insight, to watch more of your journey, to see you grow. And by the way, as you're growing, I'm going to get inspired possibly to do it also. Most people will not. There's the reality. I think there's some statistic. It's like 8% of people are even living remotely what they want. It's a very small number. Like people often will say the 1% of 1%, right? And so we relate to that on a financial side. Let's relate as a community to the desire to do what you love at a higher level. That is ultimately the goal of LVS. That is the goal for me as a coach. It's not to make you a star. I mean, I wish that I could. I wish that I had a crystal ball and I could make you all $1 million and 1 million fans. And I wish. And there are people who are selling that style of program too. And I don't think that that is a possible. I think that that is a false claim. But as a coach, what I love is the ability to inspire, yes, but to educate. Right? We're getting real tools here. This isn't just a good little injection of inspiration like Dee said. She's getting real tools to communicate her story and to connect her story to other people just like her that are going to eventually become her audience, who are eventually going to download and stream her music and buy tickets to her show. But she cannot possibly do that without sharing who she is in a relatable way that connects them to want to keep coming back. I can't just stand out once and think that it's going to make a difference. Does this make sense? Just like I can't exercise once and have a great body and feel physically strong. It's not going to happen. It's a daily action, and it's a discipline that we all need. We don't just want to be great at what we do. We want to connect to an audience, sharing that story, really solving the problem that is in that gap from where you are to where you want to be. And everyone out there in the world is in the same position as you. They just are. And so some people are going to be at different levels of that. Does that make sense? Okay. So Speak Like a Star, May 4th and 11th. I might even throw in a little bonus day in there. $97 right now. It's normally $500. And then, of course, the mentorship program is something, Callum, I think that you should consider. because then you can be a part of this community at a deeper level. It would be great to have you. Okay, everyone, thanks for being here.